Hi, welcome to this short video on solar oil hybrid thermal systems for industrial heating applications. We all know that the carbon dioxide emissions from fossil fuel has been growing exponentially over the last few hundred years. Increase in temperatures by 2 or 3 degrees Celsius is not the only consequence of global warming. Rising sea levels, floods and droughts are some of the side effects which are more devastating than the Earth's increase in temperature. The effects of global warming are wide and varied across the world, from changing yields in agriculture, adverse weather conditions, drought, rising sea levels, water shortages, loss of biodiversity, and so on. So given this situation, what is that individuals like us and organizations can do to help reduce global warming by reducing the usage of fossil fuels? So are we using fossil fuels for industrial heating in manufacturing? If the answer is yes, then each manufacturing facility can do a little bit of help so that the reduction in fossil fuels can be achieved. Even if it is by a very marginal amount, it still adds up to a lot if everyone does that. When it comes to renewable energy initiatives, there are many challenges faced by manufacturing sector. Most renewable energy initiatives like solar require financial support and tax breaks from government. There is a viability gap which has to be funded from the corporate social responsibility budget. The subsidies given by the government have a limited budget, so a lot of people, after having invested in their projects, are waiting for the subsidy from the government. And unlike other sectors, manufacturing companies may not have unlimited cash reserves, and they have to borrow money for their capex projects at an interest rate of about 12 to 15%. Given this scenario, is it really possible for the manufacturing sector to invest in solar initiatives? That's the question that everybody has in their mind. So is there a green renewable solar project that doesn't require government subsidy or doesn't require CSR money, something that can pay for itself even if the entire project cost is borrowed from commercial finance? The answer is yes, if it is a solar thermal systems from Aspiration Energy. How is this possible? This technology achieves up to 130 degrees Celsius using solar thermal collectors. The cost per kilowatt is very low compared to other solar PV and solar thermal solutions. It doesn't require vacant land to install. It can be installed on factory rooftops, even if it is a sloping roof, and it can be integrated with your existing fuel-based heating systems using heat exchangers. So let us look at some case studies where people like Wheels India, Sonokoyo, Haritas Heating, etc. have installed these solar thermal systems in their factory rooftops. This is an example of how this is installed on a factory rooftop. You can integrate it with your existing heating system based on furnace oil, diesel or LPG. Your process temperature could be anywhere between 60 degrees Celsius to 130 degrees Celsius, and your current heat exchangers could be coil type, plate type or fin tube air heat exchangers. Wheels India actually had a pre-treatment process which required temperatures in the range of 50 to 70 degrees Celsius in about 7 tanks, and they were using a furnace oil fired thermopack with coil type heat exchanger. So the solar thermal circuit, which carries the hot water from the solar thermal collectors, is integrated with the existing thermopack circuit using an additional coil type heat exchanger in each tank. As you know, the solar thermal power is available only during the daytime, and so you need an automatic control system which measures the temperature and switches over from the solar system to the furnace oil fired system and vice versa, depending on whether the sunshine available is sufficient or not. This is automatically done by the system using solenoid valve control. So this is an example of a heat exchanger installed in addition to the existing heat exchanger to integrate the solar thermal system with an existing system. Sonokoyo also had a similar pre-treatment process, but they had a diesel fired hot water generator, and the solar thermal circuit was actually integrated directly in their boiler circuit pipeline using a plate exchanger. And here also solenoid valves are used to switch between the solar system and the This is how the typical retrofitment works. So this is an example of how solenoid valves are used to control the switchover from solar side to the furnace side. When there is no sunshine, the solenoid valve 1 will get opened and the hot water is generated by the boiler, and the solenoid valve 2 and 3 will be in closed position. Whereas when the sunshine is there, solenoid 2 and 3 will open and the hot water will be used from the solar thermal system. This is another example of a oven drying application where 9-zone conveyorized air heating is required in the range of 70 to 150 degrees Celsius. The customer was using a diesel fired thermopack with thermic fluid passed through finned coil air heat exchanger, and this was integrated with the solar thermal system using a similar finned coil air heat exchanger.